Afternoon. So today I'm going to be going through the little vlogging setup that I've got. So I've made two setups. First one using a GoPro. My second setup uses my iPhone XR. So the first one I've got here basically consists of the C-shaped stabilizing handle grip. I've got that mounted on a Forever Cam aluminium tripod adapter. I was using originally the plastic GoPro adapter, but found that, well, essentially it broke after time. So taking the devices in and out and maybe getting banged around a bit caused it to break. So I decided to upgrade to an aluminium version. That's mounted to the Ulanzi V2 protective case that has the audio box built into it, so that I can slide the 3.5mm GoPro microphone adapter in. And then I've got all that hooked up to a Rode video microphone. And I'll talk to you about a couple of the cabling issues that I've had with that microphone. Not essentially around the GoPro adapter, but certainly when I've been wanting to connect it to an iPhone or to the Rode wireless microphones, which is a recent addition to my collection. So I'm going to break them all down a little bit and just give you a little blurb about each one and how I found using them individually. So first I wanted to talk about the C-shaped or U-shaped stabilizing hand grip. Purchased this one through Amazon. No doubt there's plenty of places on the internet you can buy these things. Was a little bit skeptical at it at first, but then I thought, hey, for $30 who cares? Let's see how it works and see what kind of footage it does. One of the things I found in using it is, firstly, it holds both the microphone and either mobile or GoPro all in the one unit quite neatly. When you hold on to it, I've used it riding along on a bike or just watching people pass by and sort of doing a panning shot. And I found that the addition of this at the end of the arm basically makes for a nice smooth shot. Now I understand that the GoPro itself does have the stabilizing features. But just this extra addition just really makes for a nice, clean, smooth shot when I've been out sort of making little clips of the kids and stuff. So second item today is the Forever Cam aluminium tripod mount adapter, $11.99 from Amazon again. I decided to upgrade to an aluminium version after breaking 2 or 3 of the plastic versions of these adapters. So just over time of screwing the different mounts in and out and them getting banged around in general, what I found is the plastic sides do tend to break. So far I had the aluminium version for a couple of months and it's holding in strong. So here we got the Ulanzi V2 protective case solution for GoPro with the audio box and hot shoe adapter at the top. So the audio box is designed for the GoPro 3.5mm microphone adapter. It sits down the bottom and cables up nicely into the side of the device. So far I've only used the hot shoe component for holding microphones. What I have found is that it is just high enough so that the windsock doesn't fall into the top of the frame. Might be something you need to be mindful of if you went for a bigger version of one of the microphones. But also I've seen in plenty of other people's videos or ads for these sorts of housings that they're also quite capable of holding lights. So I decided to add a microphone into my little collection. I wasn't quite happy with the audio that I was getting through the camera or through the GoPro directly or my mobile phone. I went for this Rode V Micro video microphone, $79 from Amazon. Amazon in Australia is not the cheapest place, and certainly you can find this device at many audio stores, probably in your local area for the same price. So certainly don't necessarily have to buy it from Amazon or over the internet. Where the prices are the same, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be supporting your local retailers. One of the things I did find out about this particular microphone, audio was a new world for me, was that it's a TRS to TRS connection. So essentially it's designed to plug straight into a digital SLR type camera, but when you want to connect it to something like your iPhone, it's actually needs a TRS to TRRS connection. And I'll talk about the adapters for those a little bit later. So here's an example of how it all looks set up. You've got the C-shaped stabilizing grip, hot shoe mount at the top, nicely separates the microphone from the camera region, so there's no way that windsock's going to get in the way of the lens. The GoPro 3.5mm adapter does use the TRS to TRS adapter, so there's no need to add any additional cables or connections. A little portable tripod option. I've repurposed my old DJI mini tripod, so it's a little telescopic tripod with portable legs that detach, so you can attach the actual selfie stick itself to another tripod or larger mount, and then it just comes with the base feet. Now the base feet have an actual secondary fold out, so they can give you a wider platform if you're looking for a little bit more stability. Okay, so next on our list, a little Joby Gorilla Grip. I've got 2 or 3 of these devices with a couple of little various mount attachments, those sorts of things for them. Found it to be a really awesome little toy. Mounted it to the soccer goals at kids sport, to trees when I've been filming mountain bikes, street poles, whatever it is. They are really good. One of the things that you do need to be mindful of is bending the legs around too far. They do pop out, and normally when you climb up, if you're climbing up a tree and trying to attach it to a branch somewhere up there, last thing you want is for the little legs to be snapping off and falling down. Other than that, found it to be a really awesome little toy, or a little assistant for holding your cameras when you're trying to get some shots of people going past areas where you're filming. So when I've been out filming with on my iPhone, I've opted to go for the quad lock system, just because I found that it's really neat and easy to attach, and I don't have to change any cases to the iPhone itself. So quad lock case is already on, I just need to attach it to the tripod mount and it's good to go. So this is how the quad lock system looks set up on the stabilizing grip. I find that it's still pretty neat. That's just the camera itself, and we'll move on to how the camera and the microphone attaches and work together. One of the things I particularly like about this setup as it is that you can use the forward facing cameras to film, and then obviously holding it from the back, and then you've got the main screen to use as a viewfinder as well. So connecting the external microphone to the iPhone is pretty simple. It does look a little bit clunky, but works fantastic. If you have a 3.5mm jack, it's just a matter of getting a TRRS adapter. If you have just the lightning cable, then you need to get lightning to 3.5mm adapter. Now, as I mentioned, Rode microphones put out TRS, and the iPhone requires TRRS. So Rode offers 2 cables to provide an adapter for this. Firstly, the SC4, which is TRS to TRRS, 3.5mm. Now the important thing to note here is the grey male end. So the grey male end indicates the TRRS component. And the reason I say this is because Rode also do an SC3 cable where the 3.5mm female side of the adapter is the TRRS component. And if you were to get this one, that'd be wrong, and it wouldn't actually work because the TRRS is coming out on the wrong side. The second cable that you can get, which I probably would have preferred to have bought, is the Rode SC7. So that's a straight through 3.5mm male at both ends. One is TRS and the other end is TRRS. The only reason I didn't buy this was at the time the shop I went into didn't actually have them in stock, and I wanted the cable there and then. So if I was a little bit more patient and preferred to and happy to wait a little bit longer, then sure, I would have been able to buy it straight away. So the Rode Wireless Go microphone system is the latest addition to my collection. I went for it for a few reasons. Firstly, I thought, hey, it's a cool little gadget and I'm into gadgets, so I bought it. A bit impulsive like that. Secondly is I thought that it'd really make my little setup look a bit more professional. As you can see, it's a lot more tidy than having the big windsock hanging over the top. Wireless transmitter or receiver sits up the top, connects into the phones as per the Rode microphone did. Down the bottom of the screen there, so that's the little transmitter with the inbuilt microphone. It also has a connection for a lavalier mic, so you can put it on your person and have the little lav mic up wide up through your shirt or your clothing, or you can suspend it from some kind of adapter or source nearby to record that audio that you want. It's got a range of about 70 meters. I haven't tested that, but that's what the manual says. And the battery life of these devices is up to about 7 hours. They recharge via USB-C, so it's something that you can recharge on the go with a battery bank, or if you've got an opportunity to throw it into the cigarette lighter in the car on the way to your next gig or wherever you're going. So far I've been really happy with the audio quality that comes out of it, and just the form factor. It's pretty robust. Just pack it up, quickly throw it into your bag, pocket, kit, whatever, and off you go. So that was just a quick snapshot of some of the equipment I've been using for vlogging and taking family records of my kids playing sport and those sorts of things, riding their bikes around. Throughout some of the stuff and the research of the things that I've bought, one of the things that I've found is that somewhere like Amazon or the interwebs isn't always the cheapest, particularly around things like microphones or some of the camera gear. One of the things I've tried to do where possible is support local. Obviously every dollar that I can spend locally keeps a local business up and running, but at the same time that can't be at the expense of my back pocket either, or my bottom line. I want to ensure that I'm getting value for money, and I'm a true believer that the internet is something that's doing that these days. So I'm based in Canberra, so Better Music at Woden is somewhere where I frequent to pick up certainly the Rode Wireless Go's or the adapters, but by all means, keep an eye on the internet. If you find a better price, take it in, give them an opportunity to match it. If they choose not to match it, then so be it, but that's something that I always try to do. So yeah, hope you enjoyed my video.